For the headlines first, pretty tranquil overnight. That will allow some inland fog to form, and then a more widespread rain event with thunderstorms tomorrow with a cold front on the way, or maybe I should say cool front, as then cool air blows in on Thursday. A summer-like day today, as highs were within a couple degrees of the record for the date. We had enough heat and humidity, so we had what's called a sea breeze collision. We'll talk more about that during the summer, but when the East Coast sea breeze collides with the West Coast sea breeze, and in today's fashion, the West Coast sea breeze won. That's why we saw the showers and thunderstorms erupt to the southwest and then came back east, fell apart pretty much near about the I-95 corridor. But there's a larger event. This is one we've been talking about for the last several days. Showers and thunderstorms from the Lone Star State all the way up to a snowstorm over the upper Mississippi Valley and Michigan, well, really around the Great Lakes. And at this hour, there are severe thunderstorms. In fact, just recently, there was a tornado warning in effect for northern Alabama. Look at all of these storm reports just over the last 12 hours. We're talking about winter storm, wind storm, rainstorm, tornadoes. Now, the bulk of that energy will pass to the north of us tomorrow, but still, that's the event on the way. Pretty warm with lows of 63 degrees. And we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms roll our way at about the noon hour. Tomorrow morning, that line of thunderstorms not as strong as it is now, but still working into the Florida Panhandle and then making it in toward the first coast about the second half of our Wednesday. Specifically around the area, again, we'll be on the warm side of the front, and then the front drops to the south, and so we cool down on Thursday. Making plans for Wednesday. Here's how it looks like it's going to work out. For the Jacksonville metropolitan area, at the very least, a wind shift with showers. So we'll call it a squall after 1 p.m. But there will be some thunderstorms. And of course, that always implies dangerous lightning. Highs of about 80. Now, arriving first for those of you out toward the Okefenokee, maybe as early as 11, but that means ending by 4. Ending latest and arriving latest for those of you in St. Johns and Flagler County, maybe after about 2 p.m. Over the waterways, be aware of the wind shift on the way, mostly after 2. For those of you in Nassau, Camden, and Glen, maybe about a ½ an inch with that precipitation, which for April, that's a pretty good amount. Similar scenario from the Suwannee on over to Baker, Union, and Bradford. And for those of you a little farther off to the south, maybe not quite as much, but still a ½ of an inch this time of the year helps a lot. Then we cool down on Thursday. Another front arrives over the weekend, and yet another productive front could arrive on Monday. So for some big events, and this is a big one, world-class soccer at the bank with the USA women playing the team from Mexico, making plans for the weekend. At this point, it looks like Saturday's your warm day, Sunday's your cooler day. Best chance for rain after 6 on Saturday, ending by about dawn on Sunday. And then remember, yet another front arrives late on Monday. So this is a pattern that should provide variety for all of us.